Hi everyone, my name is Allison Ross, and for this assignment I was assigned 4th grade science. So for this video I will be showing you how to incorporate a science lesson into a PE lesson for 4th graders. So for the science standard I chose S4E1, which is obtain, evaluate, and communicate information to compare and contrast the physical attributes of stars and planets. And then for the PE standard, I chose PE 4.1, which is the physically educated student demonstrates competency in a variety of motor skills and movement patterns. And the set of that is uses various locomotor skills in a variety of small-sided games, dance, and educational gymnastics experiences. So what we will be doing with that, these students will be creating dance moves for the different 8 planets that there are in the solar system. So the materials for this lesson are very, very simple. All you really need are print-ups of the planets, like pictures, or you can just write the name and have the students perform that dance move for that name. You could also use paper and scissors, but they're really, really simple. So to begin the warm-up for this lesson, we will be having the students do stretches. And doing these stretches will have the students loosened up and will prevent any injuries that could happen from pulling a muscle or anything like that. So to begin the stretches, we're going to have the students do small circles, like this, for roughly 10 seconds. And then we'll move to bigger circles. Okay? And then we're going to have the students move their legs out like this and touch their toes. And then move to their other foot. And then another one that we could do is do this. So you're just pulling their arm a little bit. And then do the other arm. And like I said, the stretches will allow the students to be more loosened up and ready to learn and do the dance moves that they'll pick. So yeah. So for this lesson focus, I'll be having the students create 8 different dance moves for the 8 different planets in the solar system. So they will be creating one for Mercury, one for Venus, one for Earth, and one for Mars, and all the rest of the planets. But the purpose of them creating this dance moves for the planets will have their motor skills enhanced and ready. They're just developing them for more. That was not it, for more and more. Yeah. 1, 2, ready, go. So for this lesson focus, I will be having the students create dance moves for each of the planets. So since there's 8 planets in the solar system currently, the students will be creating 8 different dance moves. And to have them create the dance moves, you'll be introducing each planet a picture or just the name to them. So I have Mercury right here. So the students will have to think about it for about 5 to 10 seconds about what their dance move or pose once they want it to be. But they all need to decide as a group or as a whole class. So you can either split them up into groups or split them up or just have them as a whole class. But they will have to create one for Venus, Mercury, Earth, Mars, all of the 8 planets that are in the solar system. So for the academic purposes of this, the students will become more familiar with the names of the planets, and it also, if you have the pictures of the planets, they'll become more familiar with the actual pictures. Like they can recognize that that is Venus or that is Earth. And then for the practice session, that's whenever the students will be creating the dance moves. It's kind of like a workshop for them because some students may like the dance moves, some students may not. But if you come to that problem, you can just create one. You can just be the middleman and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. So, and the rules of this rules of the lesson, or rules for this game, are the students must perform the dance move correctly, or they will be out. So we'll go through one run of it, just like a practice session of it, where each of the students will have a chance to learn the dance move and become more familiar with it. But once we start playing the music, the students will be like, it's kind of like Simon Says. If you do it wrong, you're out. But don't worry, we'll be having multiple games of this because it can be so short. And that is the lesson focus. So to allow me to be able to grade these students, I will have a rubric for each of the students. Well, first off, I'll have a checklist too. And for each planet, there'll be a table, and it'll have each student's name down on one side of it. And every time a student does the dance move, I'll do a check to make sure that each one of them are doing the dance move. And then the rubric will say, level 1 is the student is unable to perform the dance move according to the planet. Level 2 is the student is able to perform the dance move but not consistently. And then level 3 is the student has no problem with performing the dance move consistently according to the planets. And did this lesson meet my objectives? I would say yes, because the students will be able to use their motor skills and be learning about the planets at the same time in a fun and exciting way. And so that is my lesson.